talking about the
Mhm.
production side of it, and I think it's very cool because
Mhm.
I I have been playing guitar as well personally. So
Mhm.
whenever I started out, it was like I had this Zoom G3X, that
Right. Right.
old
Yeah. Yeah. Of
like
course.
workhorse. It's
Yep.
still going. It's
Mhm.
some of the jacks are loose, but someone
Yep.
wants to just jam out on it. It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
good.
Absolutely. I love those units.
Yeah, those stomp box ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for me, the guitar was always like, okay, how can I
Mhm.
fuck with this and make it sound like
Mhm.
not a guitar, I guess,
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm into that completely. Also.
Yeah, how to make it
Yeah.
sound
I'm
like
all
completely
for
bizarre.
pedals and weird stuff, making
Yeah,
sounds out of
yeah,
weird things that are not supposed to be going into things, right?
yeah,
Like, yeah, experiment with all of that stuff and create cool and unique sounds. I'm all in
yeah.
for that stuff. Yeah.
Recently, you had this video where you used the Gojira plugin to
Mm-hmm.
make that pitch bend happen in the middle.
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah,
checking that out. That was very cool, man. That's like
yeah.
a you
I mean, it's
know
not really like a. I mean, people have been doing it for ages, but it's still kind of cool that you can do it in a digital in the
yeah,
digital world,
very
right? Like
true.
you just automate stuff and
Yeah,
yeah, pitch it up or down whenever you need it and
that was
stuff
what
like
was
that.
the most unique thing because
Yeah.
I have seen automation happen.
Mhm.
I've had little experience with production, so
Mhm. Mhm.
typically electronic artists will.
Yeah.
That's what keeps your whole track flowing
Mhm.
and movement. And we guitarists would traditionally do it with
Yeah.
effects and all of
Absolutely.
those.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, very new thing which it actually never struck me.
Mhm.
It was like a mental block almost
Right.
that you could even automate your guitar tones.
Yeah.
Do
Absolutely.
you do
Yeah.
that while playing live
Absolutely.
as well? Like, does that happen when,
Hmm.
when maybe not playing live, when you're,
Mhm.
say, doing a playthrough even,
Mhm.
and a certain effect has to kick in at a certain time?
Mhm.
Has that helped with just setting that up?
Sometimes, like for the most part, like whenever we are doing live shows,
Yeah,
I do have certain sections where some effects turn on
yeah,
and turn off,
mm-hmm.
right? Like so, that's a thing that we do sometimes,
Right,
right? Like, but for the most part, like you kind of set and forget the stuff that
nice,
kind of works.
yeah,
But in when you're making content, when you're making music or
yeah,
recording stuff, yeah, you just go nuts with all of that
yeah,
stuff completely. Yeah, and I'm all in for stuff like that because I feel like you can add so much of dynamics and movement to your music,
yeah,
not just traditionally by using different effect pedals or something like that. You can
mm.
even create a lot of movement and stuff like that by automating stuff on and off, like moving stuff. So it doesn't only have to be like a you play soft, you play hard,
Right,
stuff like that kind
yeah,
of dynamic control.
yeah,
You can create movement doing so many things,
yeah,
right? Like so yeah, so stuff like that really kind of have like pitch bending stuff is cool,
yeah.
right? Like kind of makes it sound interesting and unique.
And you found a new way
Yeah,
to do that, right?
yeah,
That was very cool.
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
for
it's
me at least. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
even
Mm-hmm.
for me, watching it as a guitarist, it
Right.
really opened up something like, okay, that's something cool.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I love to produce on Ableton, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I've never thought about
Yeah.
running that.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
did you start getting into
Mm-hmm.
music production as well? Was that
Hmm.
a
Yeah, so I always loved recording music. I think it
uh,
started in 2011, if I'm
yeah,
not mistaken. Yeah, 2011, like when Final Surrender was when we were recording stuff.
yeah,
So it was something that would anyway happen. Like we would be recording it all the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
So I wanted to carry that back home and continue doing my recording sessions as well.
mm-hmm.
So I learned, I self taught again,
Yeah,
like, experimenting with things, learning a lot of stuff. Terrible at it for a very long time, right? Like, didn't really
best way to
understand what I
learn.
was doing, like, for the longest time. I think I'm still kind of finding my way around it. But yeah, it's a great, rewarding thing to keep making stuff and experimenting and discovering things
Yeah,
and doing that. Yeah, so that's how I got into recording. And also, I guess because of the sheer volume of music that I write, I couldn't afford to like keep giving it to somebody else to mix
yeah,
music and master music and stuff like that. So I kind of just learned how to do everything myself
yeah.
over the many years, right? Like, so that's why I have so many songs. You can literally hear the progression of
Yeah,
how the production is kind of improved
yeah, it's
from
certainly.
2012.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah,
But dare I say, even the
yeah.
earliest of the
Mm-hmm.
songs that you have, and even the etudes on your
Right,
YouTube
right.
channel, all of that, I think the
Mm-hmm.
production sounds really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very clean and it's I mean, the guitar tone is like, it's hitting you right
Thank
where
you, man.
where it should be.
That's again the Kemper, I guess.
Yeah, I think that was the Kemper
Yeah.
series. But again, bringing it into the mix and creating that.
Yeah.
What's your hack for making good drums? Because I think
Mm-hmm.
I had tried
Mm-hmm.
programming drums for
Mhm.
say like a progressive metal or a rock track, and I think that
Mhm.
I found to be the most difficult part of the programming.
I think that drums is like the most important thing in the mix.
Yeah.
Right, like the drums can really kind of like make or break, especially in music
Mhm.
like this. You can have the greatest guitar tone, but if the drum tones are not
Not
really
them.
good, it's not gonna like stack up, right? Like, so I mean, playing with good drummers, I've been very lucky to be playing with the best drummers in the city,
Yeah.
right? Like, so all the bands that I've been a part of, like all the drummers that I've played, I can easily say that they are the best drummers in the city, and listening to them play, right? Like, so I kind of understand how drums are supposed to sound like, right? Like, so if you're only a guitar player
Right.
and you're just clicking stuff
Yeah.
and hoping for stuff to sound good, you might not program stuff correctly also,
Yeah.
right? Like, for example, sometimes you might end up, like maybe there are not enough limbs to play play the parts, but you end up clicking stuff anyway,
Yeah.
right? Like, and I have done that also in the past, right? Like, you're still learning all the time, but it was not until I also kind of started playing a little bit of drums. I mean, I'm not really a great drummer or anything, but I can find my way around it and I understand how it all works. And if I'm able to actually imagine that, it's possible to play,
Yeah.
then taking it to the computer and programming that stuff out makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense. Like, it would kind of be more realistic sounding,
Yeah.
first of all. And of course, how loud or how soft you hit all of that stuff.
Mhm.
Like, for example, you can program it to be really loud.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things that people do is like they crank the velocity all the way up,
Right.
right? Like, so it sounds good, but it's very unrealistic sounding.
Yeah.
And that's a sound, that's fine too.
Mhm.
Like, many people talk about how programmed drums need to sound natural or stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if you listen to like any of the bands that are making music in 2024,
Yeah.
2025, they don't sound realistic at all, right?
They're
Like,
pushing
so
the boundary.
they're pushing the boundaries, and it's now more of a production thing, I guess. Like, that sound is more of a production sound. It's not
That is
really
true.
like, I don't think people are going for organic sounding
We have to
drums.
sound like an acoustic drum kit.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
not
think people are
happening
doing that,
anymore.
which I guess is nice, because you can just be
Yeah.
creative and do whatever you want,
Yeah.
these
Very
days.
true.
right? Like, and it's also because programming drums has been around for a few years now,
Yeah.
and it sounds good.
Mm.
Like, people are able to kind of like push that to new territories completely
Yeah.
and make it sound like extremely unrealistic but great.
Yeah, that's very
Right.
true.
But
That's
yeah, I
right.
mean, but still, if you want to be able to play it live, and there's nothing like actually understanding how a drummer would play it and program it from that mindset.
And I think having the groove really helps. Ultimately, it's that.
Ultimately,
whether
it's that, yeah.
One way or the other. So
Otherwise, it just ends up sounding like, stale.
have you typically? I don't know if you've
Mhm.
used your. I've seen your videos. So the APK MPK Mini.
Right,
Have you
right.
ever used that to make a beat when you're making drum?
Sometimes.
Samples, yeah?
Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, like, I would like to say, I played on the keyboard or like,
Right.
played with, the pads and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm a mouse guy.
Yeah.
Like, I
think,
just like click stuff and do it. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm really fast at it.
Yeah, that's
like-
exactly. It's just a
yeah.
workflow. It's not.
Yeah.
That's what ultimately it's the result which, like you said, if it's
Yeah.
possible and realistic, it's gonna be fun.
Yes.
And if it grooves, it works. right?
Absolutely,
That's,
yeah.
that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Because
People ask me, why do you like not play it on the keyboard? I mean,
That's very tough. First of all, I mean, the only reason why I asked you is because I've tried it and
mhm.
I don't think I've ever seen any finger drummer like professional
Right.
finger drummers. I've not seen them do
Mhm.
super prog stuff. Okay, maybe one or two who come close to
Mhm.
maybe doing a playthrough of
Right.
I don't know, Porcupine Tree.
I know
wanna
a
say,
few
but-
of them, but
Yeah.
but I still feel like I mean, it's faster if I just click it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.